Hey DJI, welcome back to episode of Is It Worth It? Today's episode we got this Kume here, and what this is a brand new product from DJI Neo 2. So this is the one I've been waiting for to showcase to you guys, as I mentioned, which is their newer version of the Neo. So I have the Neo 1, I just started playing with it recently, took the trust test and everything to be able to fly it around. And that one's been pretty cool. I actually saw the image and everything looks pretty cool. And from what I understand for this one right here, depending which one you guys get, if you guys get the Fly More package, the Motion Fly More, you guys get the goggle for this one here. If you guys get the regular one, it just give you guys the product and like a little remote or something. I just figured I'd get this one here in the case in the future if I want to use this and learn how to use this option here. Otherwise, I can just use the regular palm option to fly it or man control, which is pretty cool. So this one has a lot of cool features on here for you guys to use for beginners and whatnot, which is nice. And from what I understand, there are a few specs on here that's better than the first generation. So let me tell you guys some of those stuff first, even though you guys probably can read it already. So if you guys do look at their information that they do tell you guys on the website, there is a faster tracking speed of 12 versus 8. And then there's an improved stabilization on there, which is 2 axles on here for the gimbal thing that's built in, versus the original one only had one axle. This one supports omnidirectional optical sensing, versus the first one did not. And then this one has a stronger wind resistance of 10.7 versus the first one was only 8. So a lot of cool stuff that's new on here for this unit here that should work a lot better for overall performance and whatnot. So it's pretty cool. So let's open this up and just take a look to see what we get inside here first. So just scan the QR code to download the app, but we already have the app and everything, so I'll set that up in a second. First thing you guys can see inside right here, we do have the actual drone. Still small, still lightweight. If you can see right here, it looks pretty cool. The design-wise, it is a little bit different. And then this one looks like they do have a charger here for you to plug in the charger right here, if you can see. And then they have like the tracking option here on the top and the bottom part right here, if you can see. This one right here is probably the compartment for you guys to put something in here. Let me see what this is for. It's quite tight in there. I feel like that should be for the battery or something, but let me try to take it out. So that's the one for the battery that you guys can move right here. But for some reason, it's really, really tight. Maybe my first time using it, that's why it's so tight. And then once you're done, you can clip it back on. It's power button right here for you guys to activate the unit right there. And there is some other buttons here for you guys to use on the side. You can see right there. If you focus, right there. And then, yeah, this new antenna thing is pretty cool here. Not sure what that's for. Probably need to figure that out. They have some new sensors or tracking stuff in the front right here as well, if you can see. And then you guys can take this part out to start using the unit. So just like that. So if you guys remember, the first one was only able to turn up and down. This one can turn up, down, left, right as well. On the camera, you can see when it turns. So that's pretty cool. So that's what they mean by 2 axles. So it definitely works a lot better for what you guys do get. And then even for the guards and everything all on here for the propellers here is a little bit different as well for the overall design. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for that part right now in terms of what you guys get there. Let's see what else we do get inside. Got this first box right here. Let me try to move this to one side. So this box right here, let's see what we do get. So there's quite a lot of stuff inside here for this one. All right. So they do provide guys the user manual right here of how to set up and use it. USB-C to USB-C cable. They do provide guys the remote controller that you guys can use, but I don't think I will really be using it, but you do have the option if you guys do want. So this is the little controller that you guys can use here. You can see. So not sure why is that on, because I don't want it to be on. Maybe this is just a blinking light that senses when it's nearby or something. That's why it's blinking right there. I can't turn that off. But this one, it is USB-C charger as well for you guys to use there. And they have a little wrist strap option here, so won't really go into too detail about that. If you guys want to use it, you guys can, but I don't think I will use it. And then here we do have extra propellers for you guys to change if you guys need to change it. Right here we do have the battery, so I think the battery on here is different than the first generation as well. So if you guys do take it out, this is what the battery looks like here. It does look a little bit different for the charger here, but the battery is different as well. Okay, if you guys saw how I removed it. So first time usage, you do want to remove this tape here off from the product here. That way you can charge the one that's already on the product. And then you guys pretty much plug in a USB-C on the side right here for you guys to activate the charging option for the unit. And a power button for you to press to check the power and also to use it. But I believe it only works when you guys plug in the cable, so it's not plugging the cable right now. And that's everything in that box. The next box that we have, or underneath the box, is some more stuff here. That's probably the goggle. So if you guys do take it out, yeah, that's pretty much everything else inside right here. So we do have the goggle that's provided for you guys inside here for you guys to use for the FPV flight. If you guys want to use that, feel free to do so. They do have a lens protector that's provided for you guys here, and then they do have the removal before first use inside. So you guys can pretty much just wear this and use it for flying the drone if you guys do want. I'll just put it on to show you guys what it looks like, but I don't think I'll really use it too often because I'm not a professional at this and I probably need a lot of practice before I do even use it. All right, so put it on. And then once you guys put it on, you guys can turn it on and then you guys can see what the drone is looks like when you guys are flying it. But this is pretty much what it looks like when you guys are using the product. So feel free to turn it on and activate it and start using it if you guys do want. And it feels pretty comfortable as well for the overall design, how they designed this one here. Once you guys have it all connected to the drone and everything, so that's pretty cool. But this is pretty much what the interior part looks like for this one here. So now that we kind of see what's on here in terms of what you guys do get for this package right here, let me actually show you guys what the old one looks like side by side with this one right here first. And I'll put all this away for one side for now. All right, so right here I do have the older generation one from the Neo 1, and I have this little case if you guys are interested in getting it as well. So you see this is what you guys do get. So we do have the battery inside, and we do have the little drone. So you can see the size different. It's definitely a little bit bigger, and it's different color as well. The battery for the new one is on top versus the battery is on the bottom for the old one. Button controls is on right here for you guys to use, and like I mentioned, it is a one axle gimbal, so it only goes up and down if you guys can see. It doesn't go left and right, not like the new one that we have. So that's pretty much what it looks like here. So definitely can work a lot better in many ways for what you guys do get on here. Now in terms of the battery option here, it is different as well. If you guys can see, this is pretty much what the battery charger looks like here. I think the new one is a little bit more lightweight than the old one here that's a little bit more bigger. But in terms of the battery life itself, let me see what's the difference. Let's take out this one as well to see what the difference is for both. So this one, old one, is 10.5 WH versus this new one here is 11.5. So maybe you do get a little bit more for the new one. I need to figure out why this one is making the beeping sound. Okay, just turned off. So that's pretty much what you guys do get for the battery option here if you guys do want that. And yeah, that's pretty much everything for right now. So I think what I'm gonna do is set this up, connect this on the app, and we're gonna bring this outdoor and give it a try and see how it does work when you guys actually do use the product. Oh, actually before we do, I've got to mention some of the stuff that you guys do get on here. So this still has the palm takeoff where you can put it on your palm and it flies away. Has gesture control. I think the old one has that as well. Voice control, you have the option. Mobile app control, same as the old one. RC control, you can use the RC control, which we don't have here. Motion control using your goggle that you guys saw, that one. We do have that one. You guys can record many things when you guys do use it, from FPV experience, recording outdoor when you guys are running, like how it did from a Neo video. Hands-free, selfie shots, you guys can do auto framing, portraits, 4K imaging, multiple camera movements, a lot of things are options available on here. Then it's cool for this new one, how it does have the omnidirectional optical sensing, where it senses like the any kind of obstacles in the surrounding area. That's why they have that sensor that you guys see in the front part right here. That's the new one that the old one did not have. So one here and one right here to sense any obstacles in the way. And it is pretty lightweight as well. They mentioned it's 151 grams. Quick transfer speed, internal storage of 49 gigabyte on here for you guys to use, and Wi-Fi transfer pretty quick. You guys also use the Apple Watch to control as well on here. And that is a little bit about the product here. So now let's go outside and give it a try and see how it does work and whatnot. All right, so in see when you guys do use this product right here to fly around, it works really, really well. I do like this one a lot more than the old one because it's so much more, like the quality is better, the performance, everything. When you guys actually do use it, it works a lot better as well in terms of everything that they mentioned. And also I'll talk to you guys about in terms of like the tracking speed, the omnidirectional protection, the better wind protection when you guys are using it as well. Obviously the noise level will still be the same in terms of the drone being noisy when you guys do fly, but that's something that you guys can't really avoid because it's a flying aircraft thing. So that's why you do have to be careful when you guys use it in an open area. But yeah, pretty much everything about the product itself is pretty worth it in terms of what you guys do get, if you can see from that quick test that we just did there. And if you guys are just looking for some kind of like beginner drone to use, or easy drone just to use, like an FPV shot or some kind of like a POV shot of yourself, shooting yourself, doing selfies or whatever when you're traveling, this is a really cool product overall to use. Just double check everything when you guys are flying drones in certain areas that are allowed and some areas that are not allowed. Just keep that in mind. But pretty much for this product, it is worth it. I think it's a lot more worth it than the older one. You don't have to get the one I got. You guys can get the one where you only get like the drone itself, or you guys can get the one with the other remote control as well. That's totally up to you guys. And in case you guys are wondering about how to actually charge it, this is what it looks like when you guys charge it. So make sure to fully charge it before you guys even use it, because the battery is not fully charged, you can see. So before I even pick this out to fly, I'm going to let it fully charge first. Otherwise, it'll probably just die halfway or something. So just let it fully charge first, and then we're going to do a test flight on it. Alright, so right here we do have both units, so we're going to give it a try and see how it does work when we actually do use it. But this is pretty much what it looks like side by side. It looks kind of similar, except for this one it is a little bit bigger for the size. Has a little antenna right there as well. And we are in an outdoor area, so it might be a little bit loud. So I need to connect this to the app first. I know how to use this one, but this one I probably need to connect this on the app and turn it on. So let's connect this to the app first, and let's figure out what to do after. So that turned on right there. So let's connect that on the app first. And if you can see on here, it actually has a screen that turns on as well. So that's pretty cool. But let's connect this on the app and let's see what it looks like. So you can see right here it's telling us to activate the device. So we're going to do that first. And then for the Neo 2, there is a little firmware update. So I'm going to do that as well first. Make sure everything's up to date before we actually give it a try. So I think what we can do while we're waiting for it to update the firmware on here is to probably try out the Neo first edition first. And then show you guys what it looks like on there. And then we're going to try on the Neo 2 after, so let's do that first. So the footage that you guys will be seeing next will be coming from the Neo first. So you can see the wings will probably start moving a bit once we activate it. And then you guys want to press right here to start following you. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when I do use it here.
Direction track, follow. Medium, follow. 3, 2, 1.
So this is pretty much what it looks like when you guys is on here. And if you guys want to come back, that is all you guys need to do. So the same functionality will be on the Neo 2 supposedly from what I understand. So we're going to try that out once the update is finished. So we're almost there. We're at 91%. So very, very close, but not quite there yet. And I think for the product, in order for you guys to use the audio on here, if you guys want to get any audio, you do have to use it from your phone or some kind of microphone connected to the device. Otherwise, it will not work. So just keep that in mind as well. But for both products, when you guys use it, it does a pretty good job kind of keeping it in frame and also following you. So even if I were to run down on here, it actually will do a pretty good job. So let me actually try to run down the block here and run back to show you guys what it kind of looks like when you do use it. And this will be for the Neo 1 first, not the 2. The 2, we're still waiting for the update. Alright, so let's try it one more time and we're going to show you guys what it looks like when it kind of runs.
Medium, follow. 3, 2, 1.
And that's what it looks like for the Neo 1 here. So we're going for the Neo 2 and show you guys what it looks like after. Alright, so before we fly the unit here, I show you guys a tutorial as well, just like the Neo 1. So you guys can learn how to do all that stuff on here. Takeoff, follow, RTH, landing, shooting, mode switch, and perimeter, or just skip it. So there's gesture control as well that you guys can use. So feel free to use that option here. So you use your palm to open it, that's to enable the gesture control. And this one for you guys to move it up, or actually, that's for you guys to move it up and down, left and right. And if you guys want to move the distance, you guys can do that as well. And you guys can close it like that to disable it. But the modes that you guys get here is pretty much similar, but there are a few other modes that they don't have on the Neo 1 you can see. So whether if you guys want to do a selfie shot or other stuff here, follow is pretty cool. So yeah, everything else seems pretty similar in terms of what you guys do get, unless you guys want to use this option here. So let's try to start it off and see how it works. So microphone is on. So let me try to turn off this and we'll do the follow on here like how we did earlier. and see if there's any audio that records on here, or do we need to use a phone. So it looks like for this one right here, this is a take off button on the side. So the old one was actually on top and this one is on the side. So you guys can probably put your palm out for it to fly out, and same thing to come back in. If not, you can use the app to bring it back in. So let's give it a try.
Rear. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
So this one seems a little bit more aggressive when you guys do use it compared to the first generation one. If you guys can see how it kind of like goes zooming out like this in a certain angle. So that's pretty interesting. So let me try it one more time, trying to run and see how it works when we do use it.
Rear. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
So this one's definitely a lot more aggressive. If you guys can see, when we just test out like just like that already. And I don't think I'll do the night test, but we'll see later on. Because you guys saw the other test that we did for Neo 1. When it's too dark, it doesn't really record anything on here because it can't find subject. But yeah, pretty cool. In terms of where you guys do get, you guys can do the main control or do the following option on here. But that's pretty cool how it lifts off. I'll do it one more time to show you guys what it looks like really quick. This time we'll do it from the side so you can see what it looks like.
Rear. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna try to do a circle on here. So pretty cool if you see. So you guys can definitely do a lot of the same options that was on the Neo 1, but there's a few more options on here that was not on there originally. So yeah, that's pretty much everything for this quick little test here, and I'll decide later on whether or not to try it at nighttime or not. But like I mentioned, at nighttime it might not work as good like we saw last time, so we'll see. All right, so we're back at the same location that we were when we recorded last time, and this is nighttime right now.
Well lit. Textured environments.
So you see how it mentions that it's kind of in a dark environment. So what you guys about to see next will be coming from here. So let's give it a try. All right, so now we're trying the circle option here. This is what it looks like nighttime when we do use it. So as I move, it does follow me in the frames as well. It's pretty cool. So that's pretty much what it looks like. So as long as you guys are using it in like an open area that's kind of bright, then you're fine. But if you guys do it anywhere that's dark, it will not work like what happened last time. So that's pretty much what the image quality looks like on here.